Hey guys, this is XWolfX here coming at you with another deck profile. I'm actually literally one card short of making this deck in real life, so I have to apologize to you guys once again that it's virtual. I had a few friends and I had a couple comments asking me how I built this deck, so I thought I would show you guys. Let's go ahead and start out with the monsters. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. Just because you're playing Trade In and White Stone of Legend, which if you don't know the combo, I'll show you later in the video. The 5 pieces of Exodia, because it's Exodia, and if you're not playing them, I have no idea why you're playing an Exodia deck. 1 Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, because you're playing 3 Toon Table of Continents, which just searches each other out, and then you search them out for the final card. Just helps in the deck, which I'll go down there later and explain. 2 Royal Magical Libraries. Every time if you guys don't know what he does, every time he once the spell card is activated, he gets a counter. And once he gets 3 counters, you can discard him and draw a card. It's really good. A lot of people play 3. I like him at 2 just because I feel like it doesn't clog the deck as much, because that second one becomes dead in hand. So if you're playing 3, you would have 2 dead cards in the deck as soon as you draw the first one. While this way, I only have 1. Because sometimes you'll get 2 in hand at the beginning. Sometimes you won't see him until halfway through the game. He is very important to the combo, though, so as soon as you get him, summon him, and then start playing your spells like mad. And just remember, he only can have 3 counters at a time, so make sure you watch that and use his effect to draw. 3 White Stone of Legends. It's a really good card. If you guys don't know what it does, once it's into the graveyard, you add a Blue Eyes from your hand to deck, which you'll be playing Cards of Continents. And what that does is it allows you to discard this card to draw 2, and then you search your Blue Eyes in your hand, which adds for a +1, and then you play your trade-in, so you draw 2 more cards. 1 for 1, because it's good. Just in case if you can't get the FTK off, it guarantees that your opponent won't be able to OTK you next turn, because you take no damage. 1 Cup of Ace. It's one of those hit-and-miss cards. It can be a double-edged sword. Since you flip a coin, heads, you draw 2 cards, tails, your opponent draws 2. So make sure you have your Royal Magical Library out if you're going to play this card at any point in time. Just because if it doesn't work your way, you kind of just lost a little bit of advantage in this deck. 3 trade-ins. Like I told you have 4 targets, the 3 Blue Eyes and the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Discard a level 8, draw your 2 cards. 3 Cards of Continents. Sorry about that. You discard your White Stone of Legend, so you draw 2 cards off of this, and then you search your Blue Eyes, which is a +1 in that situation. So it's really good. Helps, get the deck thinner and helps the deck go off. 3 Epsire Goblins. It's really good, helps you draw cards out of your deck, and that's all you're using it for, obviously. I mean, that's what all the spell cards are here for. 3 Golden Bamboo Sword, which you're going to play with this card, and you play 2 Broken Bamboo Swords. I'm going to go ahead and explain this combo now. You basically equip this to your Royal Magical Library, and you're only playing 2. Some people like to play 3. I like to play 2 because the second and the third one become kind of dead, but 2 is a good ratio, so you can at least guarantee to get 1. But if you have your Royal Magical Library on the field, you equip it to that, and you equip the second one just for the extra spell counter. And that's why I really like it. I mean, sometimes you'll have to equip it to an opponent's monster, which, if you don't have that library out, then you just kind of have these 2 in hand kind of dead if your opponent doesn't have a face-up monster. And this says you have to have Bamboo Sword to play it, so you're playing 2 of them to at least have them. So this card's rarely ever dead. So you draw your 2, and the Royal Magical Library can go off very well with this. You play 3 Magical Mallets, and that's because just in case if you get like a dead hand, you can send cards, whatever cards you want, back to the deck, which usually I'll send back the Exodia pieces just because the cards you want to draw is all your spell cards at first, so you can thin out the deck and then have like the last 5-6 cards, and then get your Exodia to hand by Royal Magical Library's effect, and the rest of the draw cards you should have. 3 Toon Table of Consonants. Just because you know, if you have Royal Magical Library out, that's the very first draw you can get. And it helps searches out your Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, so you can activate Trade-In and whatnot. Because these three can search each other out, which is 3 cards down in the deck. Just helps out a lot. 1 Pot of Duality, because it's good, you know, a lot of people play it in other decks. You know, you reveal your 3, you add 1 to hand, which that's really good because... And you only want to play it at 1 just because, you know, you can only activate it once per turn. So if you have 2, you would have a dead card in hand. 3 reloads, just in case your hand is garbage or you're getting a dead hand or whatnot, you reload it back into the deck. And as I already showed you, the 2 Broken Bamboo Swords. Now for the extra deck, it can be really any 15 cards. I personally just put E heroes in because they're my favorite. As you guys can see, Divine Neos, Electrum, Tempest, Wild Edge, 2 Plasma Vice, 1 Shining Flare Wingman, the Shining Phoenix Enforcer, Shining Phoenix Enforcer, Thunder Giant, Flame Wingman, and Mariner. I just love you heroes, so that's the real reason why I threw them. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe. And if you guys already have, please share with your friends because it would mean a lot to me. And if you guys have any ideas or comments, just comment below and tell me what you guys think about it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.